Hello everybody and welcome back to the server. I am standing here on the Phoenix that I made at the very tail end of the last episode that I created. If you missed it, I'm sorry. Maybe go watch that video so that you can see me creating this thing. This pixel art, I quasi designed on my own. It was originally based on a flag that I found that somebody else had designed. I don't know who originally designed it. There are actually many copies of this flag here. I chose the background colors a little bit on it. As I said, there's a lot of this design out there, so I can't really tell you who created it. But I based this pixel art roughly on that, and then also referenced a few other uh, Phoenix Phoenix pixel art designs out there, um, and just to kind of give me a loose idea of what I wanted to do with this pixel art. I'm not normally a pixel art artist. So I created this as best I could using the tools that I had, and I really like this. When I was designing it, I kind of grabbed some images that had different Minecraft colors, and I used that so that I could get the color, know which blocks I was going to use to create this. So this is mostly, or this is completely concrete and colored terracotta, and just yeah, I spent some time putting it all together and trying to make it look good. So I hope you all like it. I really wanted to do something different with the floor here instead of just making something boring. And then since I did that art, obviously you can see that I've done some quite a bit of the floor. Actually, I've gone through two full shulker boxes of birch logs, which Baldy was kind enough to give me, and actually he gave me another one. He's kind of asking what materials I need and helping me get what he can while he plays, so that I can keep focusing on building. So that's what I'm trying to do. As you can see over there, I've started working on the front of the ship. That is what I'm going to be getting to a little bit more with this episode, but I did want to show you what I had going on currently. Now, I have burnt through probably 2 stacks of rockets in the past couple of days just trying to build. It's a lot of flying around because the base is big. As has been mentioned many times, it's just a big base. Um, oh, I just noticed that there are some spots where I should have. There we go. Get some light in place. I think that. No, it was there and there. I think that's what I did on the other side. Okay, so just trying to dress up a few things while I put in the floor. I really wanted the floor in place because it's going to help shape a lot of things that I'm working on. And here you got a slightly better view of what I've done so far at the front of the ship. Really, what I have to do is kind of bulk out that front section some more, build it up, and then tie it into this section right here, the main deck. Once I do that, then I'll have the front of the ship, and that will be that'll at least be the initial parts of what I've done for the ship itself, and then I can move on to the next section, which will take us even higher into the sky. So this section here, I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with it yet, but I will try to do something. I may even try and see if I can do some more pixel art. But I don't have anything yet, and it's going to take me some time to think of it and get that done. And I also made it so that I could move around the ship finally, riding a horse, and I'm just using a skeleton horse because I've got like 7 of these things that appeared on my ship. Was able to defeat this. It was the skeleton horse traps. I was able to defeat the riders and save 7 horses. Unfortunately, I did kill 1 horse in the process, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm not a perfect shot or by any means. So you can see here, this is the floor that we've got going on, moving into our main cabin area. I'm still thinking on the design in here. I might try and get the floor in a little bit more so that I can start establishing where storage is going to be. I think moving the storage is going to save me a lot of up and down time going between what I have and what I need. So I'll have to get that in place and get that organized for sure. So I just made these stairs here coming down into my bamboo farm area. This was the last set of stairs that I needed. I will build one on the other side as well. But this allows me to go all the way from the bottom of the ship to the top of it. And these are all the stairs that I built previously in anticipation of eventually making it so that I can walk on my ship. So as of today, we can now actually ride around the entire ship and walk when I don't have enough rockets or when I feel like just taking a lot of time walking, running, and jumping around. So the other thing that's gone on is as I put the roof in, and there's the Phoenix from the underside. As I put the roof in, it's made things down here at the bottom a lot darker. I still have some sheep that I can use for breeding and expanding the sheep farms. Which I may or may not do. I don't know. Kind of depends on how everything's going to go. As far as the sheep farms are going, though, I am getting wool, and it is increasing fast enough, I suppose. I think I'm going to have to end up doing some AFK sessions probably during the week when I can't be playing, but I can log my character in and just leave it sit. So I've got 3 full shulkers and working on, 6 full shulker boxes of wool, plus working on the next one, and plenty of storage to just AFK and let it fill up. So that farm's going great. My bamboo farm has been doing really well as well. I think we are about halfway full on all the storage. So I may have to, yeah, just about halfway. I'm going to have to eventually come in here and probably craft it up into blocks just to consolidate. Thank you, horse. Just to consolidate, and that just puts me in a good position of having a lot of bamboo. The only thing I'm really sad about with the bamboo is when you craft it into blocks, you then can't turn the blocks into charcoal, which I thought would have been really useful, especially with the announcement of the auto crafter, which I am super excited about. I don't play snapshots, but I'm definitely looking forward to the next release, and already thinking on ideas for that and some of the stuff that I might do for my own personal automation. So yeah, that's I'm definitely excited about that feature. And yeah, so the only other thing that I've been doing is trying to remove some boxiness, some of the straight lines that I had from the as I was putting in the walkways up here in the floors. This was just a straight box shape, and I decided to add some depth and curves and lights just to remove that boxiness, and also on the stairs as well. Added this little swoop here, and did that on both sides, and then another swoop here, and that's just to remove those really straight lines that I was struggling with last time, and also adding in the fences to further add depth and character to the build, so that as I'm working on the front part of the ship, I can look at the back and kind of get an idea of how things are looking, instead of just looking at boxes and going, man, this is really ugly, this isn't matching at all. So I'm very happy with all of this at the moment, and definitely going to need to add some character to some of these really large green walls that are going on. But we will get to those eventually. Um, I I am talking to Baldy about seeing if maybe he wants to do some stuff up here on the ship for me, which would be really cool. I admire a lot of what he's done with his base, which is he's been terraforming the area right over this way, and he's done so much work, and I just think it's fantastic. So I've asked him if he'd be interested in doing some gardens on my ship, and if he does do some gardens, I am definitely looking forward to seeing what he does. I think that'll add a lot of character to my base as well. And you can see the profile here. I think that's a lot better than what I had previously. And to show you what I'm doing at the front side of the ship, I'll just go ahead and fly over here. And you can see we're getting this forward section shaped out. And then I started running out of blocks, so I paused momentarily to go get some dark oak and then distract myself with other sections, just to make things pretty. So that being said, I think what I'm going to do is get back to work over here and continue building this out. And currently, at the time I'm recording this segment, I don't have the replay mod. We recently just updated the version of the server, and the replay mod is not available, so I may not have a time lapse this time, but I will try to bring you back and give little updates of progress, and just try and do stuff, I guess, a little more plainly. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work, and I will catch you up here in just a moment. All right, and we are back. I was just admiring the light coming in through here, the shader pack that I have installed. I love some of the effects, and watching the sunlight come through this tinted glass. I think it just looks really, really cool. I know it's mostly just purple is what's kind of taking over all these little rays of light, but it's a lot of fun seeing some of this stuff. So just thought I'd start right here and show you what I've been admiring the last couple of days since since I finished that last clip. So other than that, I made some adjustments to the shader pack, tried to adjust some colors, get it back to what it was previously. With the new server version that we put in, I had to install newer versions of what mods I could, which included a new version of the shader pack that I've been using. So yeah, trying to get some of it back to where it was. There may be more adjustments that I need to make, but I'll get there. Other than that, I wanted to catch you up before I continued on. I kind of followed the same idea that I put back here with these swoops, the curviness going on, getting up to the next level, and I did the same here, and on both sides, and also finished the forward section, the sides of the ship, pretty much. That is probably about it, aside from putting up maybe some fences or anything else that I can think of. Went ahead and put in the slab type staircase going up, so it's not quite as intense as going up the back section. This is probably roughly about half the height of that section. I could have gone as tall as that based upon some pictures that I was referencing, but I didn't want to. I didn't feel it necessary. So here in this part, I'm thinking I might just fill this in with slabs. That will do my mob proofing and put everything at about this level, so I wouldn't have to worry about anything up here spawning, just stuff down here on the main deck. And that's just initial thought. I could end up changing that. I don't know, but I think the depth difference and along with some fences might make this look pretty good along here. And I'm not sure where I would cut off the fences going up there. I'm pretty sure I would not continue them out to the full point. But yeah, just trying to fill it in, get things ready for more decorating, but didn't want to just suddenly pop in and, oh hey, I'm done, and you guys didn't really get to see any of the progress going on. So the next part that I'm going to do is try and finish up this wall here. And what I'm thinking is kind of curving out this floor, just round it out a little bit. It's not going to be a full circle. I'm not going to go and take up a lot of depth, but just kind of bring in some curves here and work my way towards the center. So the central location will probably be a little bit straighter, and then just build all the walls up, and then I can finish the floor down here in that curved section, and then once I have the walls in, I can finish up the floor at this upper section. And I think that is going to put me in a position to start moving upward, which I now have a lot more urgency for. There's been some discussions about when we're going to end this season, and it's not looking good for me. I need to hurry up and finish. So some of the things that I've mentioned I may not be able to get to as far as decorating, but if I can do it, I want to at least get the exterior of the ship put together, maybe not completely beautified or all the details or whatnot, but I want to see the whole profile of the ship come together with the part that's going to be above here, and just see how far that we can get before the season concludes. So with that being said, I'm going to get let's see, I do have some blocks on me, so I'm going to go ahead and get to work and get this in, get that floor in, and then I think we might come back to either just wrap things up, or I might actually start trying to shape out some of what's going on above. So we'll see, but yeah, let me get back to work, and hopefully I can get a lot more progress in the time that I've got left. So yeah, catch you again here in a little bit. All right, and I did do some building above. I will show you that in a moment, but I was doing some AFK sessions, and I am not nearly where I should be, and that was concerning. And so I had to start checking my farms, and I realized that I probably didn't throw enough shears in some of these upper levels. So we're going to figure out where the sheep are not being sheared, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a few shears here. So maybe if I toss in a couple per each sheep that's having the problem, maybe we'll actually get, some wool. Have to make the shears first. So that's not ideal, but if I can get these loaded up really quick, that will definitely help the rates, because I need far more shears or far more wool than, let's see, what was that? That was 9 shulkers worth, I think is what I've got stored up for the moment, and that's just really not going to cut it. So we'll just go ahead and keep loading these up, and they should reload as the grass grows and the farm gets going again, and so we should be able to start getting some good numbers once more. It was definitely something that I wasn't thinking about, the fact that I'm going to be here letting the machine or the farm run, and so I definitely have missed some time and opportunity here to be collecting all all the wool that I'm going to need. So we're just going to keep filling these up. And yeah, I guess what I can do is keep filling this and pull you back here as soon as I make it back topside. So we'll catch you again here in just a moment. Alright, so we got some shears back into the sheep farm. Hopefully that means we can have a better AFK session when I run this again. But as for the section that I was working on, this is what it's looking like. So I got the entire curve in, nothing terribly fancy, and then a large wall and just a big open space here. I'm thinking about things that I could do with it. I'm not sure if I'll get to any of it, though, of course, without knowing how much time I have. I put slabs down on all of this, so no torches needed up here in this section, and just went ahead and followed the same pattern I had done below, where I was trying to do 2 wide on the dark oak slabs the entire way, which makes a few spots a little bit funny looking. I might have to make some adjustments and change my plan, but for the most part, I think it's looking pretty good. We definitely would love to put some fences along here and generally make that feel a little bit safer, especially as you start getting towards the front where you actually might be sticking over the land. That would be a good plan, but I don't know if we'll get to it because I would rather get to the next section, which, as you can see from the scaffold here, I've started to plan out. So I was able to accomplish a little over half of one part of this circle, and that means I've got quite a bit to do, but once I get this first circle in, that's going to help shape everything. And it's going to be 5 wide, at least that's my initial plan. And this will be the first one. I think I'll go from here and figure out the circle going around all the way, and that's an interesting effect. I still need to make some adjustments, or I'm looking through a cloud, but that looks really interesting right there with the, yeah, I think that's just the cloud. So yes, we are in and above the clouds, depending on what settings that I have within the shader pack. And so we're just going to build the structure, and then we're going to start putting all that wool to use. And hopefully it shapes up pretty well, and it's going to take me a little bit to do. So yeah. I will definitely keep working on that, and I might save that for the next video in hopes that maybe by then I can do some additional recordings. But for now, I'd like to kind of get this progress update out on the base and go from there. Hopefully, get a lot of the major parts done, and then I can get and do some small things while I still have time in this season. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying this absolutely massive build, the biggest build I've ever attempted and the farthest I've ever gotten along on a big build. I was talking to Baldy the other day, and he's like, he was asking me a little bit about what I normally do, and I'm like, I've never done anything this big. I've never tried anything this ambitious. And I've never gotten this far or completed anything that would be even close to this ambitious. Mostly I've tried to build like walls around towns, and then I'd get bored. Those are all in single player worlds, and that was part of why I wanted to come into the multiplayer SMPs, was just to be around other people. It provides inspiration and a goal to finish things. So I do hope you've been enjoying this, and I am going to do my absolute best to get what I've gotten mine done, at least to the part where you can see what my vision has kind of been. And I never did work out all the full details of it. So we'll get as far as we get. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me for the next one, where hopefully we get a very large structure floating above us and start attaching it to the main build. So we'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.